Within her first year, she had received over 300,000 letters alone. At one occasion, she had received 400 letters in one day. Now, she only answered a few of the letters directly. Otherwise, she wrote an article in the New York Times Magazine where she would correspond to the rest of the writers. By allowing citizens to let them write her letters, it allowed them to share insight and prudence regarding their concerns for the political and economic situations happening. Another thing Eleanor Roosevelt did to help citizens is she reshaped the role of the First Lady. Before Franklin D. Roosevelt was in office, the First Lady was known for hosting political parties. After he came in office, Eleanor Roosevelt reshaped them, or rewrote the First Lady as a political agent and a public intermediate between private citizens and their government. She's also credited with expanding the role into the realms of social advocacy and public policy. I've told you how Eleanor Roosevelt helped citizens. Now I'll tell you how she helped the human rights movement. Eleanor Roosevelt continued in the U.S. political disclosures after her husband died. According to John McGuire, she communicated with Harry S. Truman about the Soviet Union and what was going on over there. She also discussed the Bretton Woods Accords in her articles, and she rejected an offer to run for the U.S. Senate. The second thing she did to help with human rights movement is she helped with international affairs. According to John McGuire, she participated in foreign public policies, and she was actually appointed as a delegate to the United Nations. And I've told you how Eleanor Roosevelt helped the human rights movement. Now I'll tell you how she helped restore workplace democracy. Eleanor Roosevelt believed that workers' rights were human rights. She believed that workers had the right to have a voice while they were at work. According to Bridget O'Farrell, Eleanor Roosevelt's strongest words and actions were in defense of everyone's right to have a voice at work. She believed individuals should accept personal responsibility and then act collectively to solve problems. According to Bridget O'Farrell, in the 1950s, 35% of the workforce were made up of union laborers. Eleanor Roosevelt spoke out against low wages, employer hostility, racial and gender discrimination. I've told you about how she's helped restore workplace democracy, and people grow through experience if they meet life honestly and courageously. It is true that Eleanor Roosevelt did exceptional work. She helped citizens, Eleanor Roosevelt helped the human rights movement, and Eleanor Roosevelt helped restore workplace democracy.